Hello and welcome to this video, in which I'll be giving you my top 12 for Sweden's Melodifestivalen 2025.
A disclaimer. Israel shouldn't be allowed to participate at the Eurovision Song Contest 2025. The shortest and simplest reason being that I find the actions of the Israeli government to be abhorrent and their broadcaster isn't a separate entity. My reasons in their entirety, however, are numerous and too detailed for a disclaimer like this, but videos closely aligning with my point of view are listed in the description. I encourage you to watch those videos and do something. Further resources are added as and when they become relevant. I'll stop addressing this when it no longer needs to be addressed.
I've waited until all of the songs are released to film this video because I want to give all the songs a listen on one day in case my mood is a deciding factor in whether I like a song or not. That's what I do for every single national final. I did this for Lithuania as well, and for Finland I waited until Ich Komme was released, the last song, to listen to all of them, so this is no different to that for me. It does mean I get kind of spoilers during the few weeks leading up to it. I can't prevent that. I can't do this differently. This is how I would like to do this, so this is what I'm doing. I haven't listened to the other ones, the songs that didn't qualify to the final, so this is just my thoughts on the top 12 who are in the final. I listened to them in running order, I believe, so that hopefully takes out any biases I could have had by listening to them in different order. And overall, I tried to rank the song over the performance. So if the two songs were close, I hopefully put the song I prefer more above the performance I prefer more, if it was such a clear-cut distinction. And I also really love the balloons in the audience. I think that's so fun that people have them. It's a lot of balloons, and I don't know that I'd want to be holding a balloon for such a long show, but it makes it look really special and really different and really cool. And there is a sort of foregone conclusion about Melodifestivalen this year. I'm curious to see if it will come true or if all of our expectations will be subverted, because I think there is still a chance for that foregone conclusion to not be quite so foregone as it seems to be. And I think that's everything that I've got to say before I get into my top 12, so let's get into my top 12. In my 12th spot, I've got Life Again by Annika Vikihalder, which is a perfectly fine song, greatly produced. It's just really boring to me. It's nothing new to me. Maybe I didn't listen to it properly enough, I don't know. But to me it just sounds so basic, such basic pop. Really well done. Great staging for it with the swishing skirts, that's fun. But there's really nothing new about this to me. In my 11th spot, I've got Yeehaw by Dolly Style. I thought I'd like this more when seeing the clips on social media and not listening to it yet. But it is just very, very produced, both in terms of the song and in terms of their branding, being very strict in the colours. I thought I'd like that somehow, that it'd be fun, but they all seem to have been swapped out. Like, the people in Dolly Style aren't staying the same people because it's more about the aesthetic of having these four people in different colours. But yeah, the song's fine. I just have a general some kind of vibe against country for some reason, so that was always gonna be something that prevents me from liking it so much. And also just the whole fakeness of it all, even though it's fun and great for the stage show, it kind of puts me off of the song. In my 10th spot, I've got Hate You So Much by Saga Ludvigsson, which is really good. She's really fun. She is, yeah, a great performer. The song, once again, has a bit of a country element, and that just makes me not really like it that much, unfortunately. It has more original lyrics than Love From Above, but not by much. Yeah, that's basically everything that I've got to say about it. In my 9th spot is Kamikaze Live by Maja Ivarsson, which I really think I should like more than I actually do, and that really frustrates me. It's like emo, pop, rock, disco something, and emo in terms of the structure of the song somehow, don't know how to put it, but the lyrics are just really nothing special. Most of these lyrics are nothing special, to be honest. It's Melodifestivalen, and I don't personally like the lyrics of that, and it feels like the song just, yeah, it doesn't really pack the punch that it should, based on like the staging and the title and everything, and it doesn't really come together for me. In my 8th spot is Show Me What Love Is by Erik Segerstedt, which has similar instrumentation to Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. I was trying to place that, finally managed to place it by looking at some of the lyrics, because finally some lyrics came to mind. It was annoying me a lot. It's not the same, but maybe because of the production, maybe it was the specific sample or synthesizer or something used, it just really, really reminds me of that. That isn't necessarily a bad thing, it's a familiar sound, and I think the staging is brilliant for this song. It really is lovely with the colours. I just think the song is a little bit boring, lyrics-wise and melody-wise, but great production, as always. It's Sweden, and the staging really works for it. I just really thought the lyrics and everything were boring, but it's performed well. Obviously, it's the Melodifestivalen final. In my 7th spot, I've got Sweet and Psycho by Scarlett. I do remember Scarlett from a year gone by, I don't remember which one, but this is fine. It's just, I feel like it's missing edge again, because it's Melodifestivalen, so everything is infused with pop. You can't have a true metal song or something, because the staging is like Hatari. It reminds me a lot of Hatari, but it's not being able to go the full distance, because the pop constraints of Melodifestivalen are keeping it back. But it is pretty catchy, do quite enjoy it, they perform it greatly. Yeah, that's everything that I've got to say about that. In my 6th spot, I've got Hush Hush by Meira Omar, which has the second most unique sounding voice perspective of Melodifestivalen, this final, in my opinion. Really like it. Really like the staging with the mirror and seeing them double, cut in the middle. That looks really, really cool, really slick. It reminds me a little bit of Doom Tek Tek as a song because of the onomatopoeic parts in the chorus. Really enjoy it. It has one of the more unique sounds of Melodifestivalen, as I said, and yeah, it's really, really fun. In my 5th spot is On by Clara Hammarström, which is really nice and was going to be a lot lower until the final switch-ups of the song really saved it for me. I don't know why, but it really worked. There were 2 or 3 different switch-ups near the end that just elevated the whole song quite a bit for me. Staging's obviously fun with the Greek theming, and it's just brilliantly executed, produced, performed Swedish pop, so it's a great song, but it's not all that special to me. In my 4th spot is Believe Me by, my instinct is to say Grecula because of my Polish roots with the CZ, but I think it's like Gresula is how the voiceover pronounced it in Swedish. I'm so sorry, I don't remember. Which is just very nostalgic rock. It's like 70s, 80s, sort of maybe Queen, sort of maybe Elton John, something in that region. Really, really fun. But once again, too poppy. I feel like it can't go the full way to its inspiration, to its roots, because it's Melodifestivalen. And yeah, it's missing a little bit of a kick, a little bit of oomph to me. The lyrics aren't also too groundbreaking, but overall, I do quite enjoy it. In my 3rd spot is Revolution by Måns Zelmerlöw. I realise he is probably going to win. That's fine, I'll live. He is great, I think. He's such a fantastic performer, such a magnetic performer. He obviously kills it every time he performs this song. I really quite enjoyed the song as well. Really do. Slight country influence, that's probably why it's a little bit further down my list than it otherwise would have been. But I do agree, I think it's better than Heroes. I agree with him. I also think Eurovision and Melodifestivalen have developed a lot in the last 10 years, so before hearing all the songs, if I did know that I definitely agree that it's better than Heroes, I would have said, yeah, that doesn't mean it's going to win though. It does look like it's going to win Melodifestivalen, and we could end up having the exact same top 3 at Eurovision as we did in 2023, which would be really disappointing. But, I like the song, I really do, and if it was performed by a newcomer, I still think it could have had chances to win Melodifestivalen. But Måns is obviously just such a brilliant performer that he just kills it. He just performs the song brilliantly. He's got a crazy staging that just really, really works with the song, with some interactive elements, so it's still got a callback to Heroes. I really like it. It does feel a little bit soulless though, like he doesn't actually mean every single word that he sings, which can be fine. Doesn't need to be the case that every single song is coming completely from the heart. Sometimes it is just about entertainment, about having a brilliant song, which this is. Entertainment, brilliant song, brilliant performance. I like my music to have a little bit more soul to it, a little bit more emotion. Still think he delivers the emotion that is in the song. I don't believe fully that it's his emotions. Might be wrong. But also, somewhat ironically, his arguably greatest competition in Melodifestivalen would be Eurovision for Sweden. This isn't. This is exactly the kind of thing they would send. A past winner, which we've recently seen do greatly for them with Loreen, but also just Swedish pop perfection is not a revolution for Sweden. Their greatest competition, as I said, would be a revolution for Sweden. That would be very, very different for Sweden. I do really like the song, as I say, and I would be fine if it went to Eurovision. It probably would even be in my top half, or maybe even my top 10. I do really like it, but I think it'd be more interesting for Sweden to do something else. In my second spot is Voice of the Silent by John Lundvik, which is also performed fantastically. He's also a great performer. And it's the first song that I listened to for Melodifestivalen, and I really, really enjoy it. It's a little bit disco-y, which definitely adds plus points to it for me. This is the case where I ranked the song over the performance for sure. I prefer the song, Voice of the Silent, to Revolution, but I definitely prefer the Revolution performance because it's just more captivating. Still like the spinning goldy stuff for Voice of the Silent, but I prefer the Revolution staging. However, Voice of the Silent just really works better as a standalone song for me, personally. So that's why it's in my second spot, because I am ranking the songs more than the stagings. That does leave my winner to be Barabarabastu by Kai, which is so fun, and I've seen a lot of talk about as well. I couldn't completely miss spoilers of people also enjoying this, and I fully agree. I also really enjoy this. It is just ridiculous, but so intentional, and it's so perfect. Perfect level of ridiculous. It is about saunas, and it's Sweden showing some culture for once, other than being the best pop producers in the world. So I would love that. Finland would be giving this 12 points, of course, because saunas. I think everyone will understand what the song is about, because they do literally say sauna throughout the song, but that you don't even need to, because it's a comedic entry, it's not a joke entry, but they just perform it so well. Everyone has their own character that they are playing throughout this performance. They are getting every single camera cut perfectly. It's incredible to watch. It's like musical theatre dialed up to 11. It's just really fantastic. I really love this. Really catchy as well for a song about saunas. No song about saunas should be this catchy. Don't know what they've put in it. Magical. First song in Swedish in literally decades, I think, if they were to choose this, and I really hope they do. I hope the Swedish public can vote for something that is a little bit unexpected for them. I do think Revolution could be winning Eurovision. I also see a path to this winning Eurovision if their stage show is just as slick as it is at Melodifestivalen, which we obviously don't know. The stagings at Melodifestivalen do tend to be crazy, and Eurovision for Sweden tends to be a tiny downgrade, usually. So that would maybe kill its chances, but I really, really love this. I don't really want another Swedish win, which may be also why I prefer Barabarabastu, but I don't think so. I just genuinely really prefer this. But also, we can't stop the powerhouse from being a powerhouse, really. And I really, really, really do love Barabarabastu as the song itself, regardless what country it was coming from. It's just so fun. And I really want Sweden to do something else than just really, really slick pop. I don't know that's going to happen. It's got disco-y elements at the end as well, with the colourful lights. A little bit reminiscent of Cha-Cha-Cha, without being derivative. I really, really like this. Really, really do. I hope the Swedish public can surprise me. on Saturday and go for something more unusual for them. I'm not expecting them to. I think Revolution will be winning Melodifestivalen. I would love to be wrong about this though. I haven't looked at the full community rankings yet, so let's take a look at that, because I don't know if Barabastu is definitely in second spot among the Eurovision fans. It is not! Oh wow! But neither is Revolution. Okay, well, I Hate You So Much is in 16th spot. There's one song from the non-qualifiers that is in the top 10. That's No Me Tales. I might give this a listen after that then. And give that a listen after this then. And then in 12th spot, we've got Annika Vicky Halder. I agree. In 11th spot is Maja Ivarsson. That makes sense. In 9th spot is Erik Segerstedt. In 8th spot is Gressula. That is fair. I figured I was a little bit of an outlier for liking this song amongst Eurovision fans. In 7th spot is Dolly Style. That's a little bit disappointing to me. 6th spot is John Lundvik. Okay, I thought he'd be higher, but whatever. 5th spot is Scarlett. 4th spot is Måns Zelmerlöw. So the one probably winning is a solid 5,000 points behind actual number 1 on my Eurovision scoreboard. 3rd spot is Kai. 2nd spot is Meira Omar. And 1st spot is Clara Hammarström. That is surprising to me. That On and On and On is actually the Eurovision fan favourite. It makes a little bit sense because it's just a classic girly bop. But I still thought that it is going to be Måns and Kai at the top. I guess that's just my Eurovision scoreboard loving girly bops, because both Clara and Myra have really, really great professional girl bops, and neither Kai nor Måns do. Kai does have about 1,500 points more than Måns at the time of recording, which is on the Monday before Melodifestivalen. That is interesting. I wonder if that means that the Swedish public might agree with us, but I don't know if they will. I know Sweden has some crazy voting system, with the televote being somehow representative of the population by them splitting up the votes by age or something like that. Could that mean that Barabastu would win? Maybe the really young people or really old people or something like that could vote for Barabastu and just give them a win like that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm very curious to see what will happen. I really wish we could see Barabastu at Eurovision. I am not holding my breath though, because I expect Sweden to just send pop like they do every year, but Barabastu would be so incredible. I had a quick scroll through their Instagram and they always seem to have these eras with different suits and a really clear colour scheme. They've got a clear creative vision, which they execute here perfectly as well. Performance is just enthralling. You can't look away. It's captivating. It's magical. So is Måns' performance, to be fair to him. He also performs everything greatly and it's just him on stage. So maybe that's more impressive. I don't know. I would prefer Barabastu at Eurovision. I will live with both, and both of them will be pretty far up in my rankings. Just because Sweden is so good at this. I don't know why. That is everything that I've got to say about Melodifestivalen 2025. Please let me know what you think down in the comments below. Who's your winner? Who do you think will win? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And please remember to literally like the video if you liked watching it, and share it with someone else who you think might enjoy watching the video as well. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel for more Eurovision 2025 and beyond content. But thank you ever so much just for watching the video itself though. That's a great help as it is. I really do hope that you enjoyed it, that got something out of it. I'll see you next one that shows up on your feed. Bye! And Robin has just moved the entire camera. Let me fix that. There we go. She's being particularly huggy right now.